I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP and he will only be better with an expanded role.
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We got one. You know, Shams, back in 2023, Giannis Antetokounmpo agreed to a 3-year extension to stay in Milwaukee. Anthony Melton, he's checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Russell. MP's checked in for the Bucks. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him, but for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got Gary Trent. MP out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Johnson outside. Back to Melton. From the top of the key. Money with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 6. Lopez, a screen on Melton. MP, no good. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside in the first. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, man, how about Johnson coming at you with some power to get the finish?
Brooklyn making some changes. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Williams in for Cameron Thomas. The Bucks also changing it up. Sims is checked in, and Bobby Portis subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Lillard with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Johnson, the pass to Sharp. Back to Johnson. Nets passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Williams inside the line. Money with the rebound. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. There's a good screen. That one goes. Count it. MP's got his second basket of the night.
Solid execution by MP. It goes a long way when you master the pick and roll, especially early in your career.
Johnson with it. His last outing, 16 points for him. Over in the corner, Williams. Three-pointer. No good that time. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Watford out there with Williams. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Sharp. And it's Melton in at the point guard. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. On the wing, Williams. Johnson outside. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, You have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Melton against Porter. Melton, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's MP. MP powers through the contact inside.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Trendon Watford. Thomas checked in for Johnson. And it's Russell in for DeAnthony Melton. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Green. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Thomas sets a screen for Russell. Outside Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Thomas got 5 now.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Outside Williams. Pass to Johnson. Here is Russell. Claxton, a screen on Lillard. Down low. Not going to go that time. Good D by Lopez.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the basket is good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Thomas. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's MP. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Bucks. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be right back after this.
When contributions off the bench make this big of an impact, it leaves the team feeling good. It's a morale builder, guys.
All right, guys, let's swing it over. And that concludes.
And with a big game. Checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
MP stretching out the defense.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets on the court for the Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with MP. And it's Trent in at the small forward position. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for MP. Softly drops in the floater. MP's got 25 points in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
To the paint. Trying to end the drought, and it's Williams finishing it off.
And you love the selfless attitude right there from Johnson. Nice feed to the open man.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And stolen by MP. And he uses the glass on the layup. MP's got 9 points now in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
MP against Thomas. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Lopez, a screen on Thomas. Money, no good. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Russell kicks to Thomas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thomas got 10 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Three-pointer, Lillard, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And Lillard wasting no time getting 3 back.
Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Russell from long range. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's MP. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, crafty move there from MP to get to the foul line. The young man, fearless inside.
He's off on the first. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And he can't hit the second. A difficult situation to be sure for Brooklyn. Now Now Melton. Sharp with a screen on Porter. Here's Melton. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Melton.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Bucks. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Trendon Watford. Johnson is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wilson in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Clock at 6. Pass to Melton. Beyond the arc. Money with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The net shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Johnson can't get it to go.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his first points of the game.
Great finish by Portis. No stranger to having to overcome some of the physical play out there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
MP outside. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by the Nets. Takes the 3. Another miss by Johnson.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
MP inside. He's against Wilson. Here's Money, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
MP letting it fly with no hesitation.
Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Back to Melton. From past the arc. Sims with the rebound. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. Outside, Green. MP looking around. And the layup's good off the glass. Money's got 39.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Pass to Watford. Johnson outside. And Johnson with the stuff.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Outside, Porter. MP outside. Good. MP's got 12 now in this quarter.
Now the defense was just all over him, but MP just too strong down there.
Melton passes to Wilson, and that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Thomas, no luck. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bucks.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for money.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one falls for Claxton. And Brent, the Bucks last season bowing out in the first round. And the injuries they sustained sure didn't help.
Well, there's just so much, Kevin, that is on the shoulders of Giannis. So to see him go down, with that, the hopes of a Milwaukee title run. It's a reoccurring theme that we talk about every year. You got to be healthy in the playoffs. And these guys have just had players that they rely upon not be ready.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Thomas gets a wide open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Wins pay the bills, baby.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me?
Oh my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
What's up, everybody?